Well, let some people pop up. People coming in, share this. You over in the corner just popped in. Share this. All right, we got somebody here. So I'll start talking. Whoever came in, do me a favor, share it. And I'm going to be doing atomic stuff later on. I'm just doing a bunch of stuff. Some pork loins today. I got somebody watching me. So make your presence known. I'm hungry. This is my dinner. Just pulled it out of the oven. Basically, these videos are for not shaking the camera, but for Q&A. If you guys want to ask plant questions. This is delicious. You know it's going to be low heat. But I figured I'll try it. I've never been to Buffalo Wild Wings. Not that I'm missing anything that I know of. So I'm going to try this. I'm going to coat it. The ingredients: water, corn syrup, mango juice. Mango reminds me of Chris Kattan. Mango and Saturday Night Live. Distilled vinegar, sugar, cornstarch, salt, soybean oil, potassium sorbate, onion, garlic, and that's caramel coloring. That's about it. Smells great. It's habanero, so you know I'm not going to get burned up. It's a pretty big piece. It actually got some heat to it. A little kick. I'm surprised. It's good. You guys know the rules. I eat spicy stuff. Anywhere from low heat to mega hot. And go ahead and ask me questions. I got hiccups on mango, really. What habanero, really? I'm having a rough time today. My life has become a reality show, basically. This is the fifth video today. Oh, I'm sorry. It's a sweet sauce. I taste a little bit of mango, but it's not much. What I taste is a sugary habanero with a hint of mango. Honestly, I would have wrote this recipe a lot different. Anyway, so I'm sure everybody got their seeds germinated and everything else. Everybody starts hardening off their plants. I will start that in the next 3 weeks. And then in about 4 or 5 weeks, I'll start transplanting them outside. That's why I have some of them in 5-gallon containers. Mervis says, sorry, I got a mouthful of food. Mervis says, I'm a first-time grower this season down in Texas. I got peppers from you, all germinated, feeling good so far. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. And I don't know if you're on Facebook, but I'm running a bunch of groups, like a bunch of groups. I think it's 22 groups. hot peppers haven, hot peppers for life. And then you could do the Jimmy Pickles Follow My Growth, which I'm so active on YouTube anymore, it's pretty much the same thing. And I plan on trying to review as many peppers, even if it's a slither. Yeah, I got you. Seeds, not peppers. Not a problem at all. I like to give back to the community. I'm not a rich man, but I do well for myself. And, you know, times are tough for people. Not all people, but I like to give back. Hey, I was like, hey, you have any grow questions, Mervis? I got a question. Well, this is our first year growing, so maybe like if you need help, here I am. It's like dinner with pickles. So down in Texas, I know it's tough. I don't know if you're going to use shade cloth or your house or fence or trees or anything like that, but I know it's really dry, and shade cloth will probably go a long way for you. Certain areas in Texas, I don't think you need it. I'm not an expert on it. And by any standards or means, I'm not an expert on shade cloth at all. I'm not even an amateur. I'm less than an amateur for shade cloth. Never used it. But make sure you're hardening off your plants properly. I'm going to make a dipping sauce with this stuff. It's good. For flavor and heat and everything, 1 out of 10. I give it a solid 6. But not for heat. Heat's like a 4 or a 3. But the flavor, overall product, probably 6. So Mervis says, Mervis Purvis, got a balcony, so good shade for half the day. 2 of my plants shot up right away, but the rest just started sprouting this week. I just moved the 2 outside. Awesome. Keep an eye on it so you don't get sunburn. If you start getting sunburn, try to pull them in a little bit. You know, I mean, hardening them off. They say half an hour, bring them in, next day an hour, bring them in, next day like an hour and a half, something like that. That's a lot of work. I have a lot of plants. I can't do that. I put them on my back porch, and I still get sunburned. I isolate with those mosquito nets. So when I'm trying to harden them off, and there's only so much space I can do with a couple thousand plants, so I'll put mosquito netting, which is my isolation. I'll put 2 of them over it, and that'll help harden them off quicker. Oh, today I made a post on Follow My Growth, and I was asking, I don't think I really got any feedback. Most people was probably at work. What videos, instructional videos, would you like to see from me? And then there's motivations why I want to do this, and it's essential to the customers and me. I'll get to that. During this season, it's going to be the busiest season ever, and I'm not going to have time to sit there and walk everybody through a teaching course. I'm not a teacher. But what I can do is have instructional videos. Somebody has an issue. Watch a short video. It'll help you out. Your success is my success. And it's a sense of community, too. Do me a favor. If you guys are on Facebook or any other social media, share it. I'm enjoying this. It's nice and tender. No, hotter than I expected. Very enjoyable though. It's habanero. Could only go so hot. So I did 4 videos today, and this is the 5th video. I went live first thing in the morning with a beef jerky. I did a germination video, which is my second germination video I've done. And what else did I do? Oh, reasons why you change your soil if your seeds don't germinate. Don't put new seeds in, because the old seeds can germinate and you'll have a mixed up grow instantly. There's that, and then this. There's something in between. So I'll try to keep the content flowing. You know, I talk to some people, they're like, it's to your benefit to do as much YouTube as possible. Help your company out. Help your customers out. And it'll be a good way to connect with people. And I'm like, you know what? I just don't have that much time. But I can when I'm eating. I'm single. So what's up, ladies? Sorry. I was chewing a little bit earlier and I bit the side of my cheek. This is good stuff. Try something else for a change. Oh, sorry. Merv says, I have a question. How can I tell when they need water other than dry soil? What you want to wet the roots. You don't want to soak them. You start soaking them, you'll get edema. And edema is basically when your leaves gets water filled and starts expanding your leaves into bubbles. You'll get edema, and it's not great for your plant. It can still survive for the most part. You just want basically water them, and if they put your finger down in there, and if it's super dry, you're not adding enough water. So you got to figure out, are you watering to wet those roots? And it's okay to have them dry for a day or two, as long as it's not hurting the plant. If it starts wilting, and it's okay if the plant wilts a little bit, water them, they bounce right back. And sometimes that's good for root development because you start expanding looking for the water. My personal adventure is I keep the roots wet at all times, for the most part. Oh, the way I do it, I like to water it till it's almost coming out the bottom. If I see it coming out the bottom, I stop, boom, immediately. So that way I know it got all the way down to the bottom of the container to get the roots. The second it starts overflowing a little bit, I quit. That's about how I do it. Obsessive Gardener, how's it going? I started watching one of your videos today. I think it was your most recent one. And then I got a phone call. I reviewed this stuff. It's a solid 6 on flavor. Heat's okay. I usually just a rating on the quality of the product. It's habanero. It was there. I bought it. Okay. Merv says, nice, good information. I had one plant wilt from the cold and thought I lost it. Well, the cold's a little bit different, but yeah, I mean, plants are stronger than you expect. When I start sorting seeds, I will binge watch YouTube. So I'll get to know everybody who has a channel and everything. Make sure you share this. I'm selling seeds for a living, as everybody knows. jppepperseeds.com. I recognize pretty much everybody in here already. So sharing it goes a long way. Even if I pick up one more customer, sure, it's a business. People are like, Pickles is money oriented. Yeah, I am. I'm a business. I'm here to make as much as possible and do as much as possible so I could expand, eventually hire 10, 20 workers, all that. That's my goals. And I love what I do. And I work alone right now, so it'd be nice to have somebody in here that could talk their ear off. Chug a bunch of coffee, and they're like, uh-oh, Pickles went for the coffee, let's hide. So, I'm almost done eating this. I'm not getting a big amount of people here. 4 people so far. Finishing up my meal. This is delicious. Got some green beans upstairs I'll probably eat later. Guys got great questions. Rattle them off. Make it rain with the questions. If I don't know it, or if I feel uncertain about answering a question, I won't tell you. I'll say, I'm uncertain. Like sagebrush, I'm uncertain. I think I got one more bite left. That stuff was decent. It's more of like, this would be perfect for like a glaze for ham. You know what else is good for like a glaze? Is primo peppers, jellies. Fig habanero. I think they do a ahi fantasy jelly. It's all spreadable. Really good stuff. So check out primopeppers.com. Those jellies are fantastic. If you guys need 7-pot Primo seeds, I have those on my website. After a hard day of shopping, I can't take the stress. I had to come home and have a glass of milk. All right. Hopefully you guys are watching my videos, sharing them. I will have better content this summer when I actually start producing peppers. I'm going to transplant probably some. I'm going to water tonight. I watered most of them already. Finished off watering. A couple of them are droopy. A couple. They look pretty good. And get them ready. I'll use most of the, instead of the buckets, I'll do the grow bags. So I figure I'd try to go live as much as possible. Exciting stuff this season. Oh, I am tired. Like I always say in the videos. I'm caught up with my orders. If you ordered from me, it's already been shipped. So that's good. All orders come with extras. So, tripping over my chair. Let's go this way. Instead of looking at this mug, you could at least look at some plants. So I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Plants are looking pretty good. You guys need to always be inspecting them. Look underneath the leaves. Look to see any aphids. You can always run your fingers on the leaves. These plants, and it's always good to move stuff around. These plants are, compared to those, you know, I can move them around for better light sources. I could move this light instead of having them all like this. I could put one, just show you guys a couple things. What you could be doing to help your grow. I could put this light like this. It's not perfect. Get some ties. Just put them, see? It's a huge difference. And they'll go reaching for the light and everything. And you could rotate the plants. I don't like flowers on. Too early. Too early. Pick those off. I'm getting there. Some of these plants are pretty dry. Well, I try to go live. You guys can ask questions. Mervis asks, do you have a favorite? To be honest, favorites for peppers is like favorite for food and favorite for music. It's the same answer. It depends upon my mood. Santa Lucia Island was one of my favorites for low heat. I'm still a huge fan of MRM crossed with 7-Pot Brown Red. That's still one of my favorites. Just for heat and fruity flavor. It's a super hot. Mega yields. That's one of my favorites right there, which I'm not going to get into what it is. Not releasing this year. But I've decided if everything looks good on one of my crosses this year, I will go ahead and release it. On, I believe, an F4 level. Which is pretty low. It shouldn't go below that. It should never, ever go below that. I think it's F4, F5. I think an F5 going to an F5. But one of my other ones, I want an F7, F8. So I'm going to go longer. I'm going to be patient, and it's the proper thing to do. So anyway, any final questions, grow questions? General grow questions I don't really like for private messenger because technically it's not really my responsibility. My responsibility is to make sure your seeds germinate and they grow true. But I have a community spirit, so I try to do live videos. So if I get busy, I'll just say, hey, subscribe to my channel and ask me when I'm live. Or I might not respond at all, but I've been pretty good. Marva says I'm growing the ahi lemon drops, which I've heard good things about. Never tried it before. Looking forward to the 7-Pot Peach cross with Reaper too. Yeah, they get some funky shapes on the 7-Pot Peach cross with Reaper. Very gnarly. They get spikes on them. Ahi lemon drops. That's your traditional kind of capsicum piccata type. Ahi type. Great flavor. Nice lemon citrusy flavor. Not all peppers trans well into powder. Those translate very, very well into powder. So I think I'll conclude this. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you share this, subscribe, and hit that bell for notifications.